Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Cosmic Legions Wave 2 Grave Knight. Today we're going to talk about Slygor Riz, aka the Tusk Grave Knight. Oh, sorry, Gravekeeper, I should say. So, let's get started. Here, I have two of them here. I have one with a different configuration to show it off right here in the background, but this is Slygor Riz in its default setting right out of the box. I did heat up my joints, full transparency, because it's getting cold out there. And I heated up my joints because I didn't want any plastic to break. So we don't want any of that. But I gotta say, I do need more of this. I definitely wanted at least 4 of these guys. 3-man squad plus leader, which would be Slygor Riz. And the reason why I left this one naked is so that we can talk about options and compatibility and things like that. So, but yeah, between the blue on this and how you can probably swap him out with the dude from Wave 1. Wow, I forgot his name. But I'll show you in the end, don't worry. But I'm having a complete brain fart due to this migraine. But yeah, man, look at this blue. Like, I'm going for the minimalist look so we can show off colors a little bit more. And I like the way this is going. But this new chest plate is really dope, especially with the compatibility of the wiring and what else you can do. And articulation-wise, it doesn't hinder too much, except for probably the head area. Probably you can't see as much. But as you can see here, we can still lift our arms up. We cannot get a full T-pose, but it's still pretty nice. We still have by the forearm swivel and the gauntlet swivel as well. So as you can see here, right? We still get full inner rotation joint, that reverse dumbbell, right? As you can see here. We can still, and this is, articulation is still tight up there. We can still look up. We can't look down for obvious reasons. We can still look left and right and tilt ever so slightly. As far as our legs, going outward is not an issue at all. Right? So, we have thigh swivel here as well too. We can lift up close to 90 degrees, but not the complete 90. Right? But with our thigh swivel, you can actually rotate that. We have the super tight 90 degree angle here. We have generous ankle pivot as well. So again, if you are a single joint person and if you like double joints and you don't like single joints, this may not be for you. But the sculpting and design on these are so nice. And I love modular stuff because popping and swapping and creating is really, really nice for me. So as you can see here, you can still get some nice movement even with this bulky chest plate. Now, what's really cool is, like I said, we're going to pop this head off. I'm going to try to get in there. There we go. We can actually remove our front plate. And with that, and removing the front plate, it gets really crazy because that allows you to get a bunch of different options with all of the stuff that Slygor Riz comes with. Now I gotta say, this is why I wanted to army build it, because the popping and swapping options and all the cool different things you can do are going to be awesome, as you can see here with this guy. So here we are with our naked body, and then this is with just basic armaments and a head swap. So we added our shoulders, we added our tubing in the back, and we have just a head swap that's different. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a break, we're going to lay it all out, and we're going to go through it. We're going to go through our different modifications that we can do for it. So I'll see you guys in a second. So as you saw before, I had some loadouts. So I loaded out a bunch of stuff here on the table. All you can't see, but you will see as we get along in the video. One of the coolest things about this is that outside of our cool chest plate that you see here, you will also get the recent backpack piece from the original Tusk soldiers. So that means if you want to make a classic option, right, you can still do that by just popping this in here, which honestly is going to be a little tight getting it on camera, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it for the peoples, right? Get it in there. Whoop. There we go. So, as you can see, this configuration looks similar, right? We've done this before. We've had this loadout, and as you can see, you get very used to it. Now, one of the other things I want to talk about is that there are some parts that originally came with him that do not fit properly. They will give you a little baggie that has the proper parts. That is going to be this piece here, which is the wrong fitting one. On our left, we have the proper fitted one. They look about the same, but what you can't see is that the pegs are different. This one is the correct one because it's supposed to be able to fit into the portholes. This one is too small, so it doesn't fit. So I just want to keep that in mind for you guys, right? Then you will also get visor plates that were shown in our original pics. These are the wrong plates as they do not have the proper fittings here, right there. When you get the proper ones, you can see the difference as it has the proper casing on the inside. So you can see that left-hand side to fit in our helmets. I'll go over that when we get there, but I just wanted to show you that so I don't forget later, right? So as you can see, we have this configuration here, which looks really cool. But if you don't want it, you can actually pop it out. As you saw me struggle to get it on, it's actually a lot easier to get it off. Then to match that, we actually still have the dome helmets, right? You can still pop this off as well too, but I'd rather keep it on. We have our tubing, which you saw previously, to latch in. These you can actually pop out and pop in wherever you want. That means even if you wanted to do the tubing up here, you can pop it out and do the tubing out in the front through the vent ports, right? So that actually looks cool. You can, let's say you wanted to pop this on, right? And you wanted to pop it into the arms from the top piece. You can actually have a configuration like that that allows you to do the tubing from arm to the piece. Do you have to do it that way? No, it's your modular design that you can have fun with and do whatever the hell you please, right? Then we have our Slygor Riz unmasked head. I really like the painting on this. But let's say you don't like that helmet, you will get two other options for helmets that we got with our recent Officer and Sentry, right? And as I've shown you before, with this helmet, we can actually pop this lens off. Getting that nice opening here, we can actually use our proper helmet piece to latch in. Assuming that I'm doing this right, because I can't see. There we go. Wait. Hold on. I was doing this right. There we go. And as you can see, we have like that overlay helmet piece. This looks fantastic. When you pop it on the body, you get a bunch of different looks. Look at this. So you will have a lot of cool options here with these that you don't have to like make them all look the same. And it's kind of weird why it's so cool. Then we have shoulder pads, which you see on the figure in the back. So we have our shoulder pads. You'll see it on this guy here. Then we will get a rifle. This one's painted in a more matte gray. We have the baton. And the reason why I didn't do any attachments is because you'll get two types. You'll get the non-active attachment, and then you'll get the active stun attachment. Has a little effect part in there. Pop that on. Now you're working with a light show, right? We actually also have the holographic communicator. You can see where you are in Nexus, or a map of just coordinates, people, whichever one you want to use it for. Then we have our shield. This one, I've actually attached the secondary, because I really like this purple. But you actually can just pop this out, right? You can see I have the backhand side. And as you can see, this one is for the handle to attach to, in case you want them to be held by the handle. But let's say you didn't want it that way, you can actually pop this out and use the other attachments. But we also get, where did it go? Oh, our main attachment here. It means if you want your shield to look and be different, there you have it. And that's why this piece comes in handy too, because if you want to do the attachment for it to attach here, great example that you can do is plug this in here. Please don't let me be too strong. You can attach this to the arm, and now you have a hollow shield. So again, lots of cool options for these guys, and this is why I want more of them, because the more I play with this, the more I'm like, crap, I need this. We have our solid blue helmet type piece. See the adapter piece there for it. Ooh, did I cover oh, I didn't cover hands. How silly of me. So next up, we will have some open hands, which work on a horizontal hinge. You will get trigger hands that work on a vertical hinge. You will get closed fists. And as you can see, they start out with horizontal hinge item holding hands, not weapon hold. Well, not gun holding hands. But I think that about rounds out everything that it comes with, including the clear stand pieces. Well, not stand, the clear attachment pieces for when you want to attach weapons. And I think that rounds out all of the accessories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy away, right? I'm going to pop on a Slygor Riz head because we fancy. And I'm going to prep this guy for a size comparison. And now I remember his name. It's Slygor. So Slygor was who I was talking about earlier, which is really close in the blues. But let us get ready to jump into size comparisons. I'll see you guys in a sec. So now what we're going to do is jump into the size comparison. One thing I want to do before I do that is show off a little bit of swapping with the head parts that I showed off earlier. So here we are with a T.U.5.C.C Sentry with the adaptation here, as you can see here. Looks really cool. And this has to be on the slimmer head. So that means it does not work on the wider one. So it doesn't, the swapping doesn't work on the wider one, just so you know. Here we are with that same swapped part looking really cool. Here as we add that yellow in, and I think it looks really, really good like this as we get a bunch of swapped combinations, right? These look fantastic, by the way. So even if we take these guys away, one more thing I want to show off is going to be that when we pop these off, we can pop some Mythic Legions heads on it. So here we are with Attila, looking really cool as a human version here. So if you have a bunch of mythic shots, mythic sculpts, it's going to look fantastic. Like, it's going to look really, really good. Same if you have the operative head. This one actually looks really, really cool on it. I'll show that off in a picture later, as I don't want to drag you guys along for too long. So let's do some size comparisons. Here we are with Slygor, whose name I forgot earlier in this video because I'm having a brain fart. Right? And as you can see, even though we share similar parts or different parts, it looks really good because you can pop, swap, change it around. And honestly, one of the people who do a lot of popping and swapping is Dorkler. So check out a bunch of his videos, him and Toy Bro. If you aren't following those guys, please do. Really nice guys. Next up, we're going to do some characters that are also in Wave 2. So here's Novuin. He's a little bit bigger, but I like the way he balances out. And for the life of me, I cannot pronounce her name, so I don't want to butcher it. I'm going to leave that alone. So we have a bunch of different body types and variations that are going to be really, really cool going forward. Let's take these guys away. Next up, we have Ias. Ias is a big boy. Now, even with Ias, we have another big boy here on our brute scale. It's kind of like in between. So Ias is technically a brute as well, even though he technically uses 2.0 body parts because he's a slim boy, right? Take these guys away. Still want to add my big boy so we can see how it kind of stacks up, right? So you have a bunch of different combinations with this that size-wise, we're going to get a lot of nice stuff. Next up, when we compare to some other things, I figured, why not throw my boy Gomez in there, Space Cadet, because I feel like these two look really nice, kind of pairing out. Then we have some Sparrow toys. A nice 3-pack combination, right? In case you're a Star Wars guy, here we are with a Sith Trooper from SHF. They balance out pretty well with the Black Series stuff as well. So as you can see what a smaller human looks like. And then because I recently reviewed Star-Lord and he's still out, here's SHF Star-Lord. Right? In case you wanted regular 6-inch human characters, here we are with both Classified Grunt and a Valorverse Soldier. Right? Trying to figure out what else can we do. You know what? Why not go with the classic? Here we are with SH Figuarts, Kamen Rider Kuga. So yeah, I think we have one of those lines. I think the Cosmic Legion line is getting its bearing, and with Slygor Riz, aka the Gravekeepers, I'm really excited because the modular stuff that you can do with this is going to be fantastic. Popping, swapping, and having a good time. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the photos at the end as I try to get really crazy with it. Or not. Maybe I just get subtle. I don't know. But I have ideas and I wish to try to execute some of it. So in the meantime, thank you so much for enjoying. Shout out to everybody that's collecting Legions right now, because I know you guys are excited. Because as this video goes up, it will be Legions Con. And if you're there, you'll see me there. So I hope to see you. I got these from Empire Toy Shop. And so yeah, it was cool to pre-order because I missed out on the initial order. And that was really cool. So I'll put the link in the description, as well as links to, I guess, Legions Con, because you guys will be following the Four Horsemen. And if you're not, you should. So as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.